What's up, wonderful people? Welcome back to another episode of PLUS233 podcast. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host, and the name is unique. The channel name is still the name is unique. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and click the red subscribe button down below to be part of the big unique family. I've got an interesting one today, and before we get into it, I just want to know, like, how you doing now? I hope you're good. I hope you've got something to eat. Like I got some chicken today, some chicken and some chicken wings and fries. I enjoy those, Bosman shop. You go treat yourself sometimes, you get me? Yeah, I crave that sometimes. So yeah, that's what I got to eat today. That's what I've had all day, basically. So I hope you've eaten better than me, more healthier than I have. If you're like me, I'm sure your social media is full of like AI here and there, everyday AI. So what I've done today is before I even, get on with this, yeah, Snapchat AI is the dumbest. Like, how can I ask Snapchat, like, that friend AI, right, on Snapchat? I was like, I basically said, generate 10 relationship dilemmas for a podcast, right? Snapchat, Snapchat AI came back to me like, you need to ask like someone more qualified, like a professional or whatever, for a relationship advice. I never ask you for a relationship advice, first of all, right? But yeah, I think it's the dumbest, and yeah, I'm sure we can all tell, because yeah, I've seen some examples out there where people, that information that's clearly out there. It be me that don't keep up to date. I know, right? You would think the AI should know, and it doesn't know. Like, I saw some screenshots going around of someone asking who won the VGMA Artist of the Year, which was clearly Black Sherif, right? It was saying Kwame Eugene for some reason. So that is a mad one there, but yeah. So you already know, I asked AI to generate 10 relationship dynamics for a podcast. And this is what I got. So I'm going to read through them. Let's see what AI came up with as relationship dilemmas. So I've got 10 here. Well, yeah, 10. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is, when is the appropriate, sorry, I can't read you though. When is it appropriate to end a long-term relationship, even if there is still love and affection between the partners? I don't know why. Well, yeah, actually, you know what? I was going to say, if there is still love and affection, why do you want to break up? But obviously, relationships don't just operate on, the love and the affection alone. So, for a long-term relationship, hey, this is a bad one. But how long is a long term, though? How long is a long term? Because I know that maybe 2 years might be long term for someone, in it, but I know people will be in a relationship for like 4 years, 5 years. So yeah, what is the long term? But let's say 5 years, right? Let's say 5 years, just so it's like in between. So yeah, 5 years. If you don't see yourself with someone, obviously you're not going to get married to them, right? That's what I'm guessing. That I'm sure we're all on, the same ground here. If you're not feeling it, you're not going to wife or, accept to be wifed by someone who you're not feeling. So I'm guessing as soon as you find out you don't like them, like, it doesn't matter. Don't wait. Or well, maybe sometimes you have to wait because some things, maybe, the person is dealing with something and don't want to, just, yeah. So, yeah, but as soon as you find out, I think, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Obviously, how this works is, you tell me what you think as well and what you think should happen in these instances. So we're solving it together. Obviously, I'm just here to share my ideas, but you can also answer in the comment section below. That's where we have the conversation. So, yeah, that's the first one. And then the second one here is it possible to maintain a healthy relationship with someone who has vastly different political or religious belief? Is it possible? Yeah. But it's really difficult. It can be difficult. It is possible. I mean, if you put your mind to it, I'm sure anything is possible, right? Like if you really wanna make it work, I'm sure you can make it work, but it will be really difficult. I think religious belief, actually, you know what, both of them, because political, like it can be, if you're really political, then might be a problem. If you're both like really political, it might be a problem. But more time, people live under the same roof and they have different political views. So I think that's doable with it. But religious, unless you're both like really religious, so it comes down to like how committed is your partner to either the political party or the religion that they are in. So yeah, it is possible. It is possible. Yeah, we'll move on swiftly to number 3. How can couples navigate differences in the libido or sexual preference in a relationship? There's an interesting one. People really be having different like sexual, some people are very sexual, others are not in it. But I say conversation, like talk about it. Talk about it. If you're not feeling it, if you're not enjoying it, make sure you talk about it and don't leave it too late. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it. If nothing can be done, then we both know what's happening, right? Because if it's not good for you, don't overlook it. Like, don't think, oh, I love this person so much, so I'm just gonna overlook the sexual part of it. No, it's not gonna work. You're gonna run out of, like excuses for yourself to keep staying. Like, you're not gonna want to stay if you're not enjoying it, basically. So make sure you talk about it. Make sure you make it known that this is what you were dealing with, and you don't think it's really working for you. So if you can both like obviously work on it, and then you can get to like a common ground where you both like get what you want, basically. Yeah, you don't want to be sexually deprived. You don't want to be there. All right. I'm gonna move on to number 4 now. Let me know what you think in the comment section, though. Keep answering with me down there in the comment section. I will make sure I keep up conversation down there. It's not like I get 2 million comments, but whenever some comments, I try to get back a reply. So yeah, let's keep the conversation going down there. Should partners disclose their past sexual history to each other? If so, to what extent? I think you should. I think you should. Because if you're getting in a relationship, you want to be transparent. Transparency is seed. Like, you definitely want to be as open and as transparent as you can. That let that person that you're going to date or you're going to be with make the decision for themselves if they want to be with you or not. Because obviously, if you have something that you will hide me, you think if they find out they might leave you or they might not want to be with you, then maybe that's more reason why they should know to make the right decision, right? Because if not, then you're basically manipulating them to be with you. So let it be known, drop all cards, let everything that, your sexual past, like you've been with this person, you've been with 2,000 people, you better let it be known, because if not, you're lying. God doesn't like liars. You get me? So he let me know. Let me know. I mean, if you didn't want it, you wouldn't have done it. And if you've done it and you regret it, cool, let me know. Maybe you have slept with 2 million men, right? Or 2 million girls or women. And you know what? I don't feel great about it, but it's in the past, and I'm trying to move on with you, cause like that's where your risk comes in, isn't it? So if you got risk like that, let them know. You get me? Cool. You know what? I need to stop saying you get me, because someone's going to guarantee me for that. I've already received, some constructive criticism. So I'm taking it into account and, trying to, I'm saying, a lot as well, isn't it? Anyways, we all know that's how it is when, let me just move let me just move on swiftly to number what number what number we're on number 6. So the sixth dilemma. Oh, let me make sure I've answered this question properly. Well, oh, sorry. Well, number 4. I'm crazy. Well, number 4. So number 4 is, should partners disclose their sexual history to each other, and if so, to what extent? Yes, you should disclose, and yes, it should be the full thing, everything that you've done. Like, yeah. Be as transparent as you can, as thorough as you can. Like, whatever you can remember, let it be in the conversation. And yeah, talk about all of that, because I'm sure you would want to know. I don't know if you don't want to know. Some people don't want to know, but I don't even know if that's just, I don't know. I can't judge people on that, innit? But I don't think that's the smart thing to do anyway. Like, better know it, and then obviously you know. You get what I mean? Make your decision based on that, because that is part of the person. I get it. Some people don't want to know because it might be too much for them, or they just don't want to know that. Yeah, it's in the past, it's in the past, just leave it. I don't want to know. Else it's going to make me feel this way and that way and that way. Your feeling about that is definitely valid. So get to know and make your decision with the feeling involved. Yeah, feel the feeling and make your decision based on that. All right, cool. So number 5 is, how can couples navigate differences in career goals or aspirations that may impact the relationship? Different career goals or aspirations that may impact the relationship. Ooh. How can couples navigate different career? I guess it comes down to, transparency. You know what? I think we should make something clear. When we talk about couple here, we're talking about in a relationship, not marriage, right? Cool. Now that base is clear, if you're in a relationship, that's not marriage, isn't it? So you can leave at any time, and that's why you need to have a lot of conversations in the relationship stage before you get into marriage, right? So cool. If you both have different aspirations, you have different career goals, and you think it's not going to work for, the partner, or if I think it's not going to work for me, I'm going to let you know. If you think my thing is not going to work for you, you let me know. And, we say bye-bye. You get me? Like, it's not that difficult. Love doesn't mean staying together. Love is being there for each other. You get me? A wise man once said, I'm the wise man if you didn't know. But anyways, we're moving on to number 6. Let me answer number 5 correctly. Make sure it's clear before we move on. And you know what? This is a podcast, isn't it? So I'm not going to edit it that much anyways. I try to not cut, to not do a bit enough kind in between. It's just raw. This is where it's just natural. Enjoy it as you see it. If you like it, let me know. If not, and you would like me to enjoy it more, because so that the answers are like, I can also do that. So let me know what you think about this format in the comment section if you care to do it, really. Because I know sometimes you don't care to type, but I would like to know. Anyways, number 6 now. What is the best way to approach conflicts or disagreement in relationship? And is there such a thing as fighting fair? How do you approach, what the best way to approach conflict or disagreement in a relationship? First of all, you gotta understand that you're 2 different people coming from 2 different backgrounds, so you're gonna clash here and there. Yeah, like when there is something that you both disagree on, like more time, there is more than just the conversation that you're having. Like, if someone let's say they don't like something, it's not just because they don't like it. It might stem from somewhere else, So ask questions, talk about it. And I think the best way to, well, obviously sometimes there is general conflict in it, But more time, disagreement, you just disagree on something that you can talk about it, share your experiences. That's where you get to know how like the person you're with is wired in the head, like how they take certain things, how they come up to you some conclusions and all of that. So it's really good to have those disagreements in relationship. You want that before you get married. So yeah, definitely have the conversation. And if you're angry, chin off and come back and continue with the questioning and all of that. And fight fair. Where's fighting fair? I don't even know, so I can't answer that properly. But sorry, if you let me know, what do you think is the best way to approach conflict or disagreement in a relationship? One thing I would say though, I would say that when you have a conflict or disagreement in the relationship, contain it in the relationship as best as you can. Stop going outside of your relationship, because the person that you're explaining it to more time are not in your relationship. They don't know where that conversation came from. They don't know the feelings involved. Like maybe the disagreement is solely because the person that you argue with cares about you and they're trying to, like tell you side and ruin it. But if you're asking a third person, they don't have the same feeling. They're not going to see from the perspective of the person you argue with, what's agreeing with. So take it and contain it within the relationship as much as you can. Talk about it. If you want to talk for days, do it till you understand each other. If you don't understand each other, sometimes you might just agree to disagree, to be honest. And that's also fair. At least you know that this is what this person thinks about this thing, innit? So that's also fair. But if you are agreeing to disagree a lot of the time, maybe that's your sign to exit that relationship. Thank you. And number 7, how can couples navigate jealousy or insecurity in a healthy way? Jealousy in a relationship, is it actually a good thing? Is it bad to not be jealous? That's my question now, Mr. AI. That is my question. Because I feel like as much as I can love someone, I'm not jealous. I don't think I am. And I know like it can seem like maybe you don't love the person enough, but I do. But also I'm not jealous at all. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I have trained myself to not, get attached too much. I'm attached, right? Like I love you to bits, but I'm not jealous. I think it's because I trust easily, right? Like I'll trust you to not be stupid, basically. So I would not be jealous. You can go and do whatever you're doing. I'm like, I know you're doing this. You're gonna come back. So cool. Do what you want to do with it. I'm not jealous. But yeah. So I think one thing that helps is like just accepting, it's a acceptance that, you're like, let's say you're a guy, right? You think you're like, you go out there, you see leg guys like me, look at me, fresh boy, you get me, I'm out there, your girl is see, I'm joking, sorry, I'm going girlfriend, right? Cool, now I need to stop making these jokes because I'm going to get in trouble. But yeah, your girl goes out there, there are, beautiful men out there, there are fine men out there. So she's going to see them in it, like, accept it, talk about it. Like, if you see someone that's lame, like, oh, yo, that guy is beautiful, The girls, yeah, cool, and they're not, look, but, we've all been kids before, innit? When your mom tells you not to eat the food, that's when you want to eat it more, now, you get what I mean? And now you're going to get mad because she's sneaking and licking, and now you're jealous. Like, come on, man. You go and let it, you go and know your limit. Know where your wrist gets to with it. And then, like, yeah, just let it be. Like, admit that you haven't got it all. You haven't. No one has. So, your partner is probably going to turn head a little bit. But obviously, that with you, innit? Like, they'll come back. When I say 10 head, not like go cheat in it, but like, you get what I mean. There are other beautiful girls, beautiful boys out there that are going to look. So, yeah, his ways. Try not to be jealous. And maybe if Well, and it says insecurity in it, how to navigate jealousy and insecurity as well. And kind of stuff to talk about insecurities, but with insecurities, I think it's more of like just admitting that you haven't got it. Oh, no one has, isn't it? No one has. So just kind of like everyone is out there winging it. Like the person that they're looking at thinking, oh, this person is this, that, and you're jealous. That person has also got their own insecurities and their jealousy when it comes to other things. You get what I mean? So everyone's got some. Just talk about it. Like if you're insecure about your man or your girl doing certain things, let them know, and hopefully they will listen, consider and then not do as much or, if it, like sometimes just human nature in it, they will, but obviously they'll be more like careful and more sensitive and, more like aware yet when to do it. Cool. And how can couple balance time spent together versus time spent pursuing individual hobbies and interests? This is an interesting one, but I think it's a conversation. See, all these things, it's kind of like, it just comes down to conversation and, having like proper discussion about these things because, like, when you're in a relationship, it can be hard to do other things, isn't it? Like, you want to spend any free time together, but also you go out, grow and develop individually. So I think it's kind of like checking each other, like, oh, you need to do this, you need to go and pursue this. Yeah, maybe I need to start doing that more. But yeah, I think it's conversation and also pushing each other, like, oh, you need to do this, or reminding them that, oh, have you done this? You know their interest. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you do actually, because when you were starting a relationship, I know you asked, what their interest and hobbies are. So make sure you let them know. Now, if they haven't done it in a long time, to be like, babe, I haven't done this in a long time, like you would all, take some time and then do it. Like, maybe do it together, help each other out and do it together because that is really good as well. And what are the pros and cons of living together before getting married? How can couples make that decision together? I wouldn't know. If I wouldn't know the pros and cons of living together before getting married, I wouldn't know. Let me know in the comment section below. I think my camera about to go off anyway, in like 5 minutes. So yeah, I don't know that one there. I've always thought that maybe that would be good because then you will get to know the person. Obviously, not like moving in together, but actually, you know what? Because some people might still hide some, behaviors when you're just like visiting and staying a day together. They can still hide certain things in it. But hopefully, the more comfortable they get, you can see these things. And maybe if you're not happy with it, you can make your decision to move forward or step back. Because yeah, but I don't know. But I would think still like make sure you spend a lot of time together, at least maybe like a day or two together, like continuously, because when people get more comfortable, it'll come out and it'll come out. So yeah, number 10, how can couples navigate difference in communication styles and what are some strategies for improving communication in the relationship? I think to improve communication, you should have time that you talk, like this time you talk, in it. Obviously, if someone's got something to do, they can be like, oh, I'm doing this, so can we talk a little bit later and have conversations, like, because if you have time that you have to talk, right? Even if you don't have anything to say, or if you struggle to communicate, like when the time comes and you're on the phone, like you're cool, like you're gonna find something to say, man. And then the more time you spend talking, the more you get comfortable, the more things come out naturally, I think. So yeah, that was number 10. And how can couples navigate differences in communication style? I don't know that one there. If you do know, let me know in the comment section below. but I'm rushing because my camera is about to go off. I'm using a DSLR to record, so it's going 30-minute, 28-minute actually, recording limit, so I don't want it to run over. So I'm gonna end it here. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section, and make sure you answer these questions in the comment section as well. If you are not subscribed, make sure you go ahead, click the red subscribe button to be part of the big unique family. And until I see you again next time, stay hustling and stay blessed.